Before anything, I just want to say that unfortunately, this is the last video of the Cancun batch. And it was definitely a trip. The MILF interviews overperformed, literally in 24 hours, over 4,000 views. That's crazy. Like, honestly, like, I'm even like considering turning my YouTube channel into a MILF channel. Anyways, if you haven't already, please go watch this video, which is of course the beginning of the USA tour in Mexico. Then you could watch this one, which is the MILF interviews. And then finally come back and watch this one, just so you could understand. And apart from that, of course, enjoy.
Pino se fue caminando, detuvieron a Cristina y a Álvaro por estar orinando. Solo llegamos a ir a la casa.
So let me address the elephant in the room. This was Thursday, this was Friday, this was Saturday, and this was Saturday night. We partied like crazy, and yes, I loved it. However, you know, with drinking, clubbing, having fun, sometimes when you're out, shit happens. And that Saturday night, it was no exception. So of course, after that great night, after leaving the club, some wanted to continue it, some were mad at each other, some wanted to go home. And what is the result of that? Well, we all got separated. It was 2 a.m. Saturday night, and unfortunately, I had to leave the next day. And this is what happened. I was with Cristina and she wanted to go to the restroom. The issue was that we were in Mexico and we left the club. And in Mexico, if you're not a customer and it's 3 a.m., they're not gonna let you use the restroom anywhere. So basically, the only option that we had was to go home. Me personally, I wanted to continue it though. You know, of course, I mean, I'm in Mexico, it's my last night. I wanna like get out for real. However, since everyone's separated and one person even got lost, we had to wait for people to reunite. But remember, the majority of us, since we were all partying, everybody was drunk and we never reunited. However, me, being the man that I am, and sometimes being the accelerated person that I am, I tell her, hey, if anything, just go to the bushes and pee over there, you know, no issue in that. So we get up, I go with her, you know, because I have to accompany her, you know, it's 3 a.m. at night, you know, in Mexico, you never know what anything can happen. So we walk over to like where the bushes are, she starts doing her thing, and then from out of nowhere, yeah, of course, the Mexican police came, which by the way, they were waiting for something like this to happen. So one comes, you know, taking a picture, and he goes like, now I have evidence. Now I'm going to have to arrest you for public urination. And I tell him, yo, chill out, relax. Let me see the picture. He shows me the picture, and I almost laughed when I saw the picture, you know, because the picture looks something like this. He has evidence of nothing. So I was like, yo, bro, come on, dog, like, chill out. So honestly, you know, in the beginning, you know, as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, I didn't even take him seriously, you know. I was like, bro, this guy's like fucking with us. However, he begins to try to scare us, you know, by mentioning, hey, with this picture, you know, you guys are gonna have to stay 3 days, you know, in the police station. You guys won't be able to do anything for such time, you know, until the judge comes, you know, and determines if it's public urination or not. But you guys are gonna have to come to the police station with us. You guys are gonna have to be escorted out. And honestly, me, I would have been down. Like, if I would have stayed more days in Mexico, I would have been like, yeah, of course, you know, because I don't want these cops to win. Until, of course, I remember, you know, that the next day I needed to go back to Miami, right? However, Cristina goes like, hey, no worries, Alvaro, you go, you know, I'll stay the 3 days, you know, don't even worry about it. And I was like, hell no, what the fuck? So I started talking to him about it, asking him, you know, hey, honestly, bro, let's try to find an alternative, right? Let's try to find an alternative, you know, so we can forget about this and relax. So from out of nowhere, another cop comes. I started talking to the other cop, like, we got separated. One cop was with Cristina, the other cop was with me, and I told him that I was Peruvian, you know, and of course I didn't know, you know, etc. You know, besides, we went to a place with like bushes where literally nobody was watching, you know. It was like a place that, like damn, like, for them to find out that we were doing that, it was because they were like waiting for something like that to happen. And I asked him, yo, how much is it for us to like just leave it like this? And he didn't want to give me a price, because of course you never know, like, if I'm recording, you know, or like if someone is recording, you know, because what they're doing is illegal. So I tell him, bueno, 400 pesos. 400 pesos is $20. But of course I'm not from Mexico, I didn't know. So as soon as I tell him that, I think he took it as an offense. And he was like, all right, now you guys are going to take 100%. And I tell him, oh, chill. All right. How much? And he goes like $500. And I tell him, bro, chill. I'm from Peru, you know? What the you think I have $500 like that? And I tell him 100. And he negotiates back and he goes like 300. At that point, I was like, it, you know, it's already getting late, you know, it was already starting to be like 4 a.m. and fuck it, dude, I gotta pay these dumbasses for me to leave. Okay. So anyways, the thing is that we agree on $300. However, of course, me, you know, I usually carry cash, you know, but since it was my last day, you know, all of the cash that I did have once, I already spent it, you know. So I was like, I don't have cash right now, let me go to an ATM, you know, and let me get it. And he goes like, yeah, of course, there's a 7-Eleven over there, go take out cash. And yes, it was the same 7-Eleven from my first vlog. That one, yes, this one, of course. They didn't want to come inside with us, you know, because it is illegal, you know. So we go into the 7-Eleven, you know, I put in my card, you know, to like take out money, you know. And thankfully, the ATM, it wasn't working. Like, it wasn't working, like they didn't have enough dollars, you know, for me to give me. Although I think that's fucking crazy. How the fuck are they not gonna have like $300? The thing is that ATM at that moment, at that time, it didn't have $300. I was looking outside the 7-Eleven to see if they were there, and yes, they were there, you know, they were like looking at us, you know. So I was like, fuck it, y'all, if I cannot take out money, I'm gonna tell them, right? So we leave the 7-Eleven, we walk over to the cops, right? And I tell him, bro, the ATM over there is not working, you know, what do you want me to do? And he goes like, there's another one over there. And I go like, all right, I'm gonna try to go. However, I also tell him, you know, that, hey, that ATM didn't have $300. What if this one doesn't have $300 either? And he goes like, just take out as much as you can. So as soon as he told me that, I was like, ooh, okay. So it might not even be $300, it might be like $100. So I go to the ATM, I try to take out $100, you know, and it didn't allow me either. That ATM did not allow me to take out $100 either. I think it was an issue with my card, to be honest. But hey, thank God, right? Of course. And this is when I recorded this part, you know. I didn't even record it for the vlog or anything. I just recorded it because I wanted evidence, you know, that, yo, these cops are actually asking us for money, right? And I also wanted to show them proof, you know, that, hey, the ATM is actually not working, you know. It's not that I'm trying to take advantage of the situation.
Bueno, estamos tratando de darle plata al policía para que no nos arreste. Y no está que sale. Estamos esperando acá. ¿Sí o no? Sí. Ahí está.
So in the middle of us walking back to the cop from the second ATM, the bus of like our bus, you know, that takes us home actually passes by. And then Cristina is like, yo, we should get in the bus and we should just dip. And I was like, chill out, relax. I mean, hey, we're in Mexico, you know, what tells you, you know, if a cop is actually able to like come with us, you know, like could they actually go in the bus, you know, and like stop the bus, you know, just to take us out and try to get money from us? Like, I don't know if they could actually do that, you know, but who knows? So after that, you know, I was like, no, don't worry about it, we'll catch the next bus, you know, let's just fucking try to give this cop money and let's just fucking leave. However, since I didn't have pesos, right, or anything, right, Cristina did have 1,000 pesos. 1,000 pesos equals to $50. She goes like, hey, this is the only thing I have. 1,000 pesos to you, to the cop. The cop gets the 1,000 pesos, which is like $50, and then he just leaves and he goes like, all right, whatever, no worries. And boom. After that, we waited for like another hour, you know, for the same bus to arrive again, you know, because at that time, buses pass every hour, right? So we waited a whole fucking hour, you know. And while we were in all of this, you know, trying to get the money, etc., while we were doing this, our friends, right, they reunited and they were doing this.
Okay. Bueno, yo escuché de ellos que Robin ya estaba aquí en la casa, entonces, de hecho yo...
However, the thing is that the bus finally arrives, you know, we get in the bus, you know, we go home, you know, boom, we arrive at like 5 a.m. and then everybody's sleeping, chilling, and damn, like, if they even knew, like, what the happened to us, you know, of course, although they knew, right? The next day I posted this on my Instagram. Follow me if you haven't, by the way, of course. They left me at the airport, you know, and that was it. And I'll just have to wait for my next stop, which is Puerto Rico. That's another big batch because as soon as I arrived in Puerto Rico, it wasn't what I was expecting.